Sweet, we're back. Another Wednesday, another video. Gonna keep these coming. Gonna keep the consistency up until I hit a wall of some sort of creativity. Still not the usual setup. We'll be back in the setup from next week. So just bear with me with the audio quality on this one again. But I should have fixed it from the previous video. So if you ever felt like you're in a slump or in some sort of, if you've hit a wall yourself, like I mentioned, what's the best way to get out of the slump? You know, there's numerous ways, and I'm just going to delve into one of the ways that I personally get out of a slump. So if I'm in a slump of whether it's creativity or just overall motivation in life or towards a subject of some sort, I ask myself, right, what makes me happy? What encourages my brain to be active? And that's learning, right? You know, we get taught about learning or we get shown how to learn in school, whether it's your type of learning or your way of learning. You have to find that out yourself through life. Some people get lucky and are happy with the way they're taught with learning in school through books and sometimes videos now. But there is a lot of different ways to learn, and also the subjects you learn completely vary throughout the world. The topic today is learning. Why should we learn? Why do we learn? How to learn? Where to learn? So I think it's important to establish learning doesn't have to be this grueling topic or this grueling word that relates you back to school. Learning should be something that you're striving to do or striving to accomplish throughout life. Learning should never stop in your life, because when it does, you're not gaining anything new. You become almost a robot, some would say, if you're not learning new things or even just trying to learn new things. Well, it could be anything, literally anything. You may hit a wall, and this may be the cause of your slump. You feel like you haven't progressed, and usually learning means you're progressing in some sort of thing. The word thing is used here because it could be absolutely anything. It's like the saying, we learned something new today, or, you know, new day, new time to learn. But the point I'm trying to make here is, if we do hit this slump, or if you do hit this slump, or if I hit a slump, I found personally that it is due because I'm not learning something new. I'm not engaging my brain in an activity that is not only engaging in itself, but interesting to me. See, with school, you're forced to do subjects that you may not like, or that I may not like. And you discover these subjects through trial and error. You know, you go through school with different subjects. You get taught a variety of different ones. You get to choose as well, and you may not like them. You may not, and you come to the conclusion at the end of your school if you've liked it or not. So in life, you had the freedom to learn whatever you want on the internet. You could type in, "I want to learn about economics today." You could read an economics book. You could watch webinars for free. Everything's free. So this is where the crucial point is. You need to ask yourself, right, if I've hit this slump, what am I interested in? Ask yourself, what are you interested in? And then from that point, you ask yourself, right, so where can I learn about this topic? Let's go with the topic that we're usually talking about. Let's go with music. We're going to try and learn a guitar. I'm going to try and learn a bit of guitar today because I'm feeling like it, right? I've got a spare few hours. Let's try and do a bit of guitar. So you hop on the internet and type in guitar learning. It could be in, you know, YouTube is a classic example where you're watching this video, or I'm assuming there is various music sites, but from my knowledge, I've learned some things from piano from YouTube, and I know it's a reliable source to a certain extent, right? The reason for this is because I can see a video example someone playing, I can see comments of people giving tips. This is where I can learn information about this certain niche. The reason why this is important is because my brain is now active. I'm now trying and figuring out how to do this new task that I didn't know how to do before. So I take the answer, you know, what do I want to learn, and where can I learn? And yeah, then we've already covered as well why we want to learn. We want to learn because when we're in a slump, we're going to try and push ourselves out the slump by doing this new thing, and this is done through learning. So if we try and forget the conditioning of the word learning from school as a grueling, horrible topic, and almost embrace it as a new avenue for you to explore in life, like I said, you can learn about anything. Like, the word thing covers millions and millions of topics. If I want to learn about what currency they use in Japan, awesome, Japanese yen, I've just learned something new. Just simple things like that, you've learned something new. Even if it's the smallest thing, you've still learned something that you didn't know yesterday. Whether you retain it or not is up to your brain and how you decipher and manage information internally. But the fact is, you've still gone out, tried to gather information on your own rather than being spoon-fed, and learn what that information is. And I think that's very crucial in not only keeping sane, but also keeping that feeling of progress and avoiding the slump and the downward hill that some of us, and personally I've gone down myself. When we hit this slump where we're going down, it's because we're not doing anything new. We're getting bored. Well, becoming a potato, as they say, a couch potato, sofa potato, however we want to say it, when you're just not doing as much as you can, your potential's being ruined. So I think if we all embrace the way or the word learning and how to learn and why to learn and what to learn, this will really help push you into new avenues for your brain. I thought I'd leave you with a fantastic quote, and it's by Emmily Vara. Never stop learning because life never stops teaching.